Tuesday morning. It is the 16th of December. What? Rise and shine. Good morning to you. Good morning. This is Coffee Talk. I'm WESH 2 First Warning Meteorologist Eric Burris. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Hopefully, starting your day off on the right note. This morning, it's definitely gray in some spots. I want to take you over to our fog tracker, and you'll notice very clearly this ribbon. And it's so interesting. It's sitting from about Ocala through the villages and Leesburg over to Claremont, over to Orlando, basically Orlando West. You go Orlando East and it's completely clear. Titusville, completely clear. What we're looking at out east, those are clouds. But this particular flavor of the satellite is not designed to look at clouds over your head. It's instead more designed to look at the low cloudiness and the fog. And this morning is really a beautiful example of what this nighttime mesophysics type satellite imagery can do. So yes, it is gray in many locations. Let's just look at the visibility numbers around Central Florida to give you an idea, and we'll be able to check in on that satellite. And lo and behold, that's exactly what we're seeing. 2 mile visibility in Sanford. That's where I am, and that makes sense. Um, Overcast at about 300 feet too, but I digress. Not going to go flying for a couple minutes, at least not until this clears out. Half-mile visibility in Leesburg, a 3 mile visibility in Wildwood. And of course, when we look at the cloud ceilings, the clouds are awful low in those exact same spots, 200 feet above your head in DeLand, 200 feet in Leesburg, 300 feet in Sanford, Orlando, and Kissimmee. And back to that satellite presentation, the problem is that you kind of lose the ability for this to work during the daylight hours. So that's why in the last few frames you can kind of see it fading. But this should start to break apart. We should be able to start seeing the clearing of this fog, but I think it's kind of fun to look at. Matt says mesophysics is a big word for 8 a.m. Yes, but also it's the tools that we use. And to get this data into our weather system, by the way, it's not just your normal run of the mill thing. Like, this was a little bit of work. Not You're not going to see this in probably any other place around the area. I'm just going to say that right now. So anyway, yes, we've got a little bit of fog this morning. Let's take a look at our tower cam network. Give me a few seconds to swap modes here. We hit that button, we hit that button, we hit that button. All right, let's pull this up and just kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. Right, so here in Brevard County, for example, Port Canaveral is gray, but we are not looking at any kind of fog here, right? No super low clouds, nothing like that. Let's head over to downtown Orlando, and you'll see a very stark difference, right? The clouds are just sitting right at camera level. Let's head over to Tavares and see what's doing. Give it a minute. It's got to load, doing the handshake. There, yeah, okay, so clearly that's the case. Ocala, let's end with you. And look at how neat that is. You can literally see the atmosphere mixing itself and trying to adjust. I was talking this morning and to Tim. We're going to go fly today. And basically the idea was like, yeah, once the breeze kind of mixes the atmosphere up a little bit and the temperature and dew point start to spread a little bit, things will look better. So in Ocala, for example, you can very clearly see that looking better and better. And if we come back to the satellite presentation, look around Ocala, and it was there, but it's going to be moving on out. So anyway, that's your weather lesson for this morning. The satellite in certain instances can very clearly show you where the fog is, and in this morning's case, that's exactly how it played out. All right, the winds are definitely going to help to get rid of the low cloudiness and the fog. We've got a nice light breeze around. Temperatures out the door are cool, to say the least. There goes that King Air going for a flight. Look at you. Look at you, buddy. I want to go fly with you. All right, temperatures out the door. 51 in Orlando. It's 46 in the Villages, 42 degrees in Ocala, 52 degrees New Smyrna Beach, and 50 degrees in Melbourne. So we are looking great this morning. If you like a little bit of a chill, that's exactly what we've got for you. First warning, live radar, checking in and finding stuff off the shoreline. Okay. We've said this the last couple of days, and I'm holding firm to it, that the overall weather pattern that we're in is going to yield a few coastal showers, and that's exactly what we're tracking this morning. Okay, so in Brevard, if you noticed a few seconds ago when we were looking at that tower cam shot, there was more cloud cover there. Yeah, that's the clouds coming in off of the ocean. So we'll bring in a few showers through the day today. It's not going to be anything strong, nothing too wicked, but watch the cloud coverage maintain through the course of the day today. 68 by noon, 72 degrees, our 3 p.m. temperature. So, yes, it's going to be a warm day. We're going to see those temperatures. Well, I say it's going to be a warm day. I just mean rather that it's going to warm up today. It's not going to be warm, but it'll get there. Terry says it's 39 at my house in Dunellen. That's a little chilly. You just need a hot cup of coffee and you're good to go, right? David says 22 degrees here in Woodstock, Georgia. That's a little chilly too. Funny how that works out. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. We are now just mere couple of days away from winter. So this overall kind of gray morning, this is very winter in Florida. That's kind of the way that it goes. But look at our 7-day forecast, and I'll have you notice that the temperatures are going to continue to climb. We're going to be looking warmer and warmer. Yeah, we've got, I don't want to say toasty warm readings tomorrow, but we're getting there, right? 75 degrees will do it. 79 on Thursday. Thursday, the models are showing Thursday into Friday. A weak little front may try to bring in a little bit of rain. We'll look at it on Futurecast here in just a moment. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at there. And basically, listen, basically, we are going to be warming up these temperatures. So we can do that. You can do that. We can hang out with it. But we'll look at the rain here on Thursday in a little bit. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the temperatures just continue to climb in the afternoons. Notice that morning low, though. Friday morning into Saturday morning, we are going to take a bit of a dip, just a smidgen, just a tiny smidgen of a dip. Friday into Saturday, 55 degrees will be our Saturday morning temperature, and then we'll kind of start to come back up. And Manalfi yesterday put together the first look at the forecast